Seniors, I want you to pause for just one moment and think about the gift of your eyes. Think about the colors of a sunset, the smile on your grandchild's face, the beauty of flowers blooming in the spring. Now imagine slowly losing that gift, day after day. The world becomes blurry, dim, and distant. You start struggling to read the newspaper, to recognize faces, or to drive safely. It is heartbreaking, and it is happening to millions of seniors every single year. But here is the shock that most people do not know. Scientists are now discovering that the foods you eat before bed could decide whether your eyesight fades or stays sharp. Yes, what you choose to snack on in the evening could either protect your eyes or push you closer to blindness. That is why in this video, I am going to share with you 5 powerful nuts that seniors should eat before bed to restore vision, prevent cataracts, and protect against age-related eye diseases. And I promise you this, the 5th nut will completely surprise you because most people never think of it as an eye food at all. Before I dive in, let me ask you a question. Do you ever wake up in the morning and feel that your vision is cloudier than it used to be, as if a thin fog has rolled over your eyes? Have you noticed that driving at night feels dangerous because headlights scatter into starbursts? If yes, you are not alone. This is one of the earliest signs of cataracts and macular degeneration, 2 of the leading causes of vision loss in seniors over 60. And yet, what if I told you that instead of expensive surgeries or countless eye drops, your kitchen may already hold some of the most powerful medicines for your eyes? The truth is that nature has placed incredible nutrients inside humble little nuts, and if you eat them before bed, your body can repair eye tissue while you sleep. Let us start with a story. Mary is a 72-year-old grandmother from Ohio. She had always loved quilting, but she noticed her eyesight was failing. Colors seemed dull, and the fine stitches she once did with ease now looked blurry. She feared she would have to give up her passion. One day, while visiting her daughter, she learned about the power of nuts for vision. At first, she thought, how could something so small change anything? But within 3 months of eating a handful of these 5 nuts before bed, her eye doctor was astonished. Her cataracts had not grown worse, her night vision improved, and Mary felt like she had been given a second chance. Now let us talk about the first nut. The king of omega-3s, walnuts. If you eat walnuts before bed, you are giving your body one of the richest sources of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. These are like fuel for the tiny blood vessels in your eyes. As we age, circulation to the eyes becomes weaker, which means your retinas do not get the oxygen and nutrients they need. This can trigger macular degeneration. But omega-3s in walnuts keep your blood vessels flexible, reduce inflammation, and restore healthy vision. A study from the National Eye Institute found that people who ate omega-3 rich foods had a 30% lower risk of advanced macular degeneration. Imagine reducing your risk of blindness by simply eating a handful of walnuts before bed. And because your body does its deepest repair during sleep, those nutrients go directly to work while you rest. The second nut is one you probably love but may not know is powerful for eyes: almonds. Almonds are packed with vitamin E, one of the most important antioxidants for preventing cataracts. Think of vitamin E as a shield that blocks harmful molecules called free radicals from damaging the lens of your eye. Without protection, these free radicals cause proteins in the eye to clump together, creating cloudy vision. But almonds can stop that process in its tracks. In fact, research shows that seniors who eat vitamin E-rich foods reduce their risk of cataracts by up to 25%. And here is the best part. Almonds also help keep your blood sugar stable at night. High blood sugar is a hidden cause of blurry vision because it damages tiny blood vessels in the eye. So by snacking on a few almonds before bed, you are not only protecting your eyes from oxidative stress, but also from blood sugar spikes that silently harm your sight. The third nut may surprise you: pistachios. These little green gems are not just delicious. They are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 carotenoids that are literally concentrated in your retinas. If you think of your eyes as cameras, lutein and zeaxanthin act like natural sunglasses, filtering out harmful blue light from screens, lamps, and even sunlight. Seniors who do not get enough of these nutrients often develop macular degeneration faster. But pistachios supply both, and eating them before bed allows your body to store them in your eyes overnight. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with high levels of lutein and zeaxanthin had a 43% lower risk of age-related macular degeneration. Think about that. Almost cutting your risk in half with something as simple as pistachios. The fourth nut is one you may already enjoy in baked goods, but should consider as a nightly eye medicine: hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, and zinc, a trio of nutrients that act as a repair crew for your eyes. Zinc is especially important for seniors because it transports vitamin A from your liver to your retina, where it is used to make melanin, the protective pigment in your eyes. Without enough zinc, your night vision fades. Hazelnuts deliver both zinc and antioxidants, which means while you sleep, your eyes can repair damage from the day, clear away waste products, and strengthen the retina. One patient of mine once told me, "Doctor, I thought hazelnuts were only for chocolate spreads, but after eating them daily, I can now drive at night again without fear." And now, the fifth nut. This is the one that almost nobody talks about, but it may be the most powerful of all. I will tell you about it shortly, but first, let me pause and ask you something important. Do you believe that what you eat can truly restore vision? Have you ever tried natural remedies for your eyesight? I want you to tell me in the comments below, because your story may inspire another senior who is struggling right now. And please, if you have a loved one over 60, share this video with them, because one small change tonight could protect their sight for years to come. The fifth nut is the Brazil nut. Brazil nuts are packed with selenium, a mineral that many seniors are deficient in. Selenium is like a master switch that activates powerful antioxidants in your body, especially glutathione. And glutathione is critical for preventing cataracts. In fact, researchers discovered that cataract patients had significantly lower levels of glutathione in their eyes. By eating just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts before bed, you can dramatically raise selenium and help your eyes create more glutathione while you sleep. One of my patients, a 68-year-old man named Robert, struggled with worsening cataracts. Surgery seemed inevitable, but after making Brazil nuts a nightly ritual, his eye specialist noticed that the progression of his cataracts had slowed to a crawl. Robert told me, "Doctor, I can still see my wife smile every morning, and that is the greatest gift." Now, seniors, I know what you might be thinking. Can something so simple really make a difference? The answer is yes, and science backs it up. Your body heals most effectively while you sleep. That is when cells repair, tissues regenerate, and toxins are cleared. By giving your eyes the exact nutrients they need before bed, you are fueling that nighttime repair process. Walnuts feed your blood vessels, almonds shield your lenses, pistachios protect your retinas, hazelnuts strengthen your pigment, and Brazil nuts boost your antioxidant army. Together, they form a powerful defense system against blindness. But let me be clear, this is not about eating an entire bag of nuts and expecting miracles. Moderation matters. A small handful, about 1 ounce, is all you need. And always choose unsalted, unroasted nuts to avoid added oils and sodium. Think of it as a gentle nightly ritual, like brushing your teeth or saying a prayer before bed. It is a way of telling your body, "I care about you. I want you to heal." Now, seniors, before I share the final secrets of how these 5 nuts work together, let me tell you a story that touched me deeply. A woman named Helen, 75 years old from Florida, came to me nearly in tears. She told me, "Dr. Mark, I feel like I am disappearing from my own life. I cannot read my Bible. I cannot recognize faces at church. I cannot sew for my grandchildren anymore." She was terrified that her world would keep getting dimmer. When I asked about her diet, I discovered she was eating mostly processed foods at night, Things like cookies, chips, and ice cream. Foods that cause inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are enemies of your eyes. I gently guided her to swap those snacks for a handful of mixed nuts before bed, the very 5 nuts I am sharing with you today. At first, Helen doubted it. She thought, how could a handful of nuts replace the comfort of my sweet snacks? But she decided to give it a try because she was desperate. After just 8 weeks, she returned to me, her eyes brighter, her smile wider. She said, "Doctor, I can read again. I can thread my needle without help. It feels like a miracle." But it was not magic. It was simply giving her eyes the nutrition they had been starving for. Seniors, this is why I am passionate about sharing this with you, because I know how it feels to fear losing your independence. I know the pain of seniors who think their best days are behind them, but with simple changes, you can write a new chapter. Let us go deeper into how these nuts work while you sleep. When you close your eyes at night, your body enters a state of repair. Blood flow increases to your organs, including your eyes. This is the perfect time to deliver nutrients. Walnuts provide omega-3s that strengthen blood vessels and keep circulation flowing to the retina. Almonds deliver vitamin E to neutralize the free radicals that build up during the day. Pistachios load your macula with lutein and zeaxanthin, shielding it from harmful light. Hazelnuts give zinc and antioxidants that transport vitamin A and strengthen night vision. And Brazil nuts ignite selenium, turning on glutathione, your master antioxidant, which stops cataracts from growing. Think about it like this. During the day, your eyes are like soldiers fighting on the battlefield. They face sun exposure, pollution, screens, stress, and high blood sugar. But at night, they retreat into the barracks for rest and repair. If you feed them empty calories, they cannot heal. But if you supply them with these 5 nuts, you are giving them armor, tools, and medicine. That is why eating nuts before bed is so powerful. Now, let us talk about something most seniors do not realize: inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a hidden cause of vision loss. It swells the blood vessels in your eyes, damages delicate tissues, and accelerates macular degeneration. Walnuts and Brazil nuts are both rich in anti-inflammatory compounds that soothe this process. They act like firefighters putting out a blaze. Imagine every night sending tiny firefighters into your eyes to calm the flames that threaten your vision. That is what these nuts do. I know some of you might worry about calories or weight gain from nuts. Let me reassure you. Studies show that seniors who eat a small serving of nuts daily actually have healthier weights. Why? Because nuts stabilize blood sugar, keep you full, and prevent late-night junk food cravings. Instead of eating sugary cookies that spike your blood sugar and hurt your vision, you eat nuts that protect your sight and keep your body strong. Now here is something emotional I want to share. One of my patients, Harold, age 81, told me something I will never forget. He said, "Mark, the scariest moment of my life was when I looked at my granddaughter on stage during her piano recital and I could not see her face clearly. I saw only a blur." He said it broke his heart because that was a memory he wanted to treasure forever. After learning about the power of nuts, Harold committed to making them his nightly ritual. Months later, he proudly told me he could see his granddaughter play again, and tears filled his eyes as he said, "Doctor, I got my memory back." That moment convinced me that no senior should give up on their vision. Now, seniors, let us address another question you may be asking. Which nut should I eat most? The answer is balance. Walnuts for circulation, almonds for lens protection, pistachios for the macula, hazelnuts for night vision, and Brazil nuts for antioxidants. Together, they cover every part of your eye. Think of it as a complete toolkit. You would not fix a house with just a hammer. You need a full set of tools. Your eyes are no different. But here is a crucial tip. Timing matters. Eating these nuts before bed allows your body to use them for repair while you sleep. Your eyes are in a state of restoration at night, and nutrients are absorbed differently when your body is calm and not busy digesting large meals. That is why the bedtime ritual is so powerful. Just a handful, 30 minutes before sleep, is enough to make a difference over time. I also want to address the seniors who feel hopeless because they already have cataracts or macular degeneration. You may be thinking, is it too late for me? Let me tell you this clearly. It is never too late to support your body. Even if you cannot reverse every bit of damage, you can slow the progression, reduce your risk of blindness, and protect the vision you still have. That is a victory. And for many of my patients, these small victories meant the difference between losing independence and living fully. Now, I want to engage you directly. Tell me in the comments, which of these 5 nuts do you enjoy most? Do you eat them already, or will you start tonight? Your story may inspire another senior who is listening right now. Sharing your journey can be a gift to others. Before I close, I want you to imagine one more scene. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, opening your eyes, and seeing the world just a little clearer. Imagine reading your favorite book without straining, watching TV without squinting, recognizing your loved ones' faces instantly. That is the gift you are giving yourself when you choose these 5 nuts before bed. It is not about miracles. It is about steady, daily nourishment that adds up to life-changing results. So seniors, let us recap. Walnuts fuel your eyes with omega-3s. Almonds guard against cataracts with vitamin E. Pistachios load your retinas with lutein and zeaxanthin. Hazelnuts strengthen night vision with zinc and antioxidants. And Brazil nuts arm your eyes with selenium and glutathione. Together, they restore, protect, and preserve your sight. I want you to remember this final truth. Vision is not just about eyes. It is about living life fully. It is about independence, dignity, and the joy of seeing your loved ones smile. Protecting your vision is protecting your freedom. And tonight, you have the power to begin that journey with something as simple as 5 humble nuts before bed. So do not wait. Tonight, make a small bowl of walnuts, almonds, pistachios, hazelnuts, and Brazil nuts. Place it beside your bed and make it your nightly ritual. Your future self will thank you, your eyes will thank you, and your loved ones will thank you. And now, I want to hear from you. Will you try this tonight? Which nut do you think will help you most? Write your answer in the comments below. And if you know someone who is struggling with their vision, please share this video with them. One small change could save their sight.